Hi everybody. I'll be doing analysis of my favorite poem, Redondilla 92 by Juana. This will be a short analysis and this is a very long poem, so I will not be going over the whole thing. The way I will do this is I will read a few sections of this poem and then I will talk about how I feel or what I think about this. Now, analysis is completely my opinion, so it will be okay if you don't feel the same that I do. O foolish men who accuse women with so little cause, not seeing you are the reason for the very thing you blame. For if with unequalled longing you solicit their disdain, why wish them to behave well when you urge them on to evil? You contend with their resistance, then say gravely that the conquest arose from their licentiousness and not your extreme diligence. Okay, so I believe this first few parts of this poem is basically just talking about how when a man wants a woman to act a certain way, and once he does, he finds causes to blame her for acting that way. Um, like when it says, men who accuse women with so little cause, not seeing you are the reason for the very thing you blame. Basically saying how you caused this to happen. You're the reason why they did this. You encouraged it and you acted upon it just to blame them for doing it. Okay, here's another part of the poem. You occupy the same place whether favored or disdained, complaining if women are cruel and mocking them if they love. You think highly of no woman, no matter how modest. If she rejects you, she is ungrateful, and if she accepts, unchaste. Always foolish in your actions, with a measure that is uneven. You condemn one for being cruel and another one for easy. Then how can the woman you woo be temperate toward your courting? Ungrateful, she offends you, and if easy, she angers. Now, honestly, this part of the poem really hit me because there are still men with this attitude. So basically, she's saying that no matter how a woman act, these type of men would find reason basically to complain or put blame or think them immoral. Like she even outright says she think highly of no woman, no matter how modest. So say if she doesn't accept your advances, accept your courting, then there's something wrong with her. She's ungrateful. But if she accepts, that means there is also something wrong with her. She's too easy to gain. Um, so, like saying they're measuring women in a way that makes no sense. You are not satisfied in any way. So, also basically in the segment, it goes how they are unsatisfied. No matter what, they always find something to blame, some kind of shortcoming in women. It even says how this is foolish. If on one part of the poem it says, the man who ignores good counsel clouds the looking glass himself and then complains it is not clear. Basically, doing wrong actions and finding fault in other people because of their actions, that person's actions. And while I'm not gonna go straight towards it, this poem then goes to describe how their actions are contradictory, basically. Saying you can't have one way without the other, and basically condemning the people who act like this. Now, later on in the poem, it doesn't just condemn it from the men's side, but also from the women's side if they do act in a way that's would consider improper, especially since this poem is from quite a bit long ago, so there was a lot of more stigmatizedness to how, I guess, how basically how sexual a person is. How it was a really big thing for women to be pure and have good virtue, And so they're saying basically, if you push someone to do it, if you encourage them to do what would be considered this sin, then you have no place to complain about the fact they would no longer be considered pure. Okay, so that was my very short, brief analysis of the poem Redondilla 92 by Juana. It is a very, very interesting poem, so I hope y'all get a chance to look into it. I think everyone will like it, and you could tell how Juana is person basically ahead of her time. She not acted in a way, but wrote and spoke in a way that would be slightly considered unusual for back then, though she was also highly respected. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video and please check it out. Thank you.